Welcome to the Honeymoon Mindset Podcast, discussing topics to give you tips and tools so you can choose to live your relationship with a honeymoon mindset. Here are your honeymoon mindset experts, James and Beth. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another date tip with Honeymoon Mindset. I am James. This one here, you can do as a family. It's a great family game, the game of life. One thing I like about that game is you start out young, you got to get a career. Yes, it does go through the typical aspects of life. But what that game really also does is, what is it like to have kids? What do you make for your occupation? It helps you sort of budget your move as you strategically go through the game. Because the idea is whoever has the most money at the other end of the game wins. There's things in there where you can go bankrupt. There's things in there where you can get bonuses, retirements, or pensions and stock rewards for having kids or no kids or whatever. There's taxes you need to pay once in a while. But it gives you a great chance with your kids as you're playing the game to talk about it, to get an understanding of money and how money works. The other thing you can do is sit down and talk to your kids about it while you're playing the game or after the game. Talk to them about what a budget is. Because that's the other thing in the game of life is there's things you can buy or purchase so that hopefully you can get rewards at the end of the game. Or not. And you got to have a budget. Same with Monopoly. The whole idea of Monopoly is you want to buy all the properties, but then you also want to start building houses and hotels on it. Well, in order to do that, you got to make money. You got to save money in order to do it. But life, I think, is a little more realistic than money, or Monopoly, I mean. And then you got to talk to your kids about it. You don't want to be greedy, like in Monopoly, where you want to get the biggest Park Avenue and Boardwalk, the two expensive properties on Monopoly, put hotels, and then you're automatically winning the game because it's there. It's the most expensive. It's the most one. When you land on it, you got to pay the rent. Where in Monopoly, you want to become the conglomerate. You want to own as much as possible. And when you do that, you become the millionaire. You monopolize. That's why I prefer the game of life. You got to make decisions. You got to make choices. You got to make financial sense out of what you're doing and why. So that's why it makes a great game, the game of life, to play with your kids. And then as you're doing that, you can turn around. It's like, okay, we have a decision to make. We as your parents have a decision to make financially. Do we do A or do we do B? Get your kids input on something like that and see what they think. You want them to save? Well, start a savings account and tell them why. Show them the bank statements. What do you have to hide as a parent? Nothing. You show them, here's this and here's that. Here's a retirement plan. Here's how it works. I don't understand it, so take them to a financial advisor or a stockbroker like Edward Jones and stuff like that and have them talk to them. Or a State Farm or insurance agents, they have that stuff too. Make money realize that it's a tool. Just because you have more money doesn't make who you are, because there's a lot of millionaires that are miserable. And there's a lot of millionaires that are janitors, that are doing low income jobs. And there's also millionaires that still work a regular 8 to 5 jobs, but because of how they saved and treated money, and now they're out there helping others because they were wise with their money. Don't let money define who you are. Define what your money is and how you're going to use it. So for this date tip, have a family game night with the game of life. Or you and your partner can do it too. And talk about things as you go through. Stop and talk about it. Oh, I got 3 kids now. Okay, what are we going to do with them? How many kids do we want? How many kids do we want to afford? Well, we had 3 kids. Okay. What do we want to see those kids doing? What can we do different with our kids? Turn that game into a conversation. And you're having fun playing a fun game anyways. Play the game of life. Talk about it. talk about financing, talk about budgeting, and get your kids involved too so that they have a good, healthy understanding of what a budget and what money really is. It's a tool, and that's it. Thank you, and enjoy your family night on date night.